Hello and welcome to our AWS Connect Contact Center training. This training is brought to you by Home Task AI, and my name is Steve Bonacontre. We're going to go through an agenda here. First, we're going to give you an introduction, giving an architectural overview. What is Amazon Connect? What is it used for? What are the architectural and managed services that are used behind the scenes? Then we're going to go and create an instance of Amazon Connect. What that means is you go into the console, you say, I want to create a contact center for my business, and you instantiate an instance of AWS Connect using your own chosen domain name. Then we're going to go in and configure contact center. What that means is we define the users, the agents, the workflows associated with phone calls and chat capabilities. And that's done very quickly. And what we'll do is configure the contact center for two channels, one for voice and one for chat. When we allocate a phone number for the voice, we're going to attach it to a contact flow. So when the customer calls in, they connect to this contact flow, which natural voices talk to the customer and ask them questions and try to route them to the right agent. Contact flows have a designer tool and contact blocks. We could integrate different aspects of Lexbots and Lambdas and customize your contact center to do whatever you want it to do. We're then going to talk about the agent workspace. Now, the contact center is designed to help customers. Now, if the customer calls in or chats in, it can be a self-service or that you'd want to direct them to an agent. If the agent picks up, the agent is helping certain types of customers using certain type of skills, and they have something called an agent workspace. And the agent workspace is basically an integration at the glass, which gives the agent tools. Uh, so when it accepts the phone call, it sees the customer profile, let's say from Salesforce. It sees case management, let's say from ServiceNow. Um, and it also gets help from Amazon Q, which is an intelligent tool to give the agent step-by-step instructions on how to help the customer. Agent Workspace is integration at the glass. So basically, when that agent takes the phone call, it sees everything it needs. So it could say to the customer, Hi, Steve. Thank you for being a gold member. How can I help you today? I see you have a case open, a case 1012. Is there anything I could do for you to help you more with this case? It looks like it might be resolved. Do you need more assistance? Etc. Then we're going to talk about security profiles. Security profiles allows an agent to see the agent workspace, to see the customer profile, to see the case management, and it puts the user in a group. And if that group is the agent group, that agent can see certain things and have certain permissions to see certain things. On the other hand, if 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 a security profile is an agent which can see metrics and performance metrics of the agent, then maybe not all agents will see that. So security profiles give the permissions of the particular user. There's contact attributes we're going to discuss, which are very important. It gives you information to aid in the conversation between the customer and the agent. Basically, a contact attribute can be system-based. It could be what number did the customer call? What queue are they on? It could be an external value that retrieved by a Lambda. Maybe Lambda went into DynamoD and got some information about the customer. And it could be anything associated with flow. And so these contact attributes have certain scope and could also help in making that conversation between the customer and the agent very smooth. Then we're going to talk about chat widgets. Chat widgets are really important. Basically, what you do with a chat widget, you could actually connect it to a Lexbot. A Lexbot could basically say, okay, what is your intent? You want to rent a car? What are the slots? I need to know what type of car. I need to know when you're renting the car. I need to know when you're returning the car. I need to know if you're a gold member, etc. So chat widgets have a certain intent, and that intent, the customer has an intent to do something. The Lexbot helps in self-service, making sure it gets done by filling in slot information. If it doesn't have it, it asks the customer, what is the date that you're returning the car, etc. So we'll talk about that. Chat widgets are designed and you could embed them in your application so a user who visits your site can chat anonymously or authenticated, whatever. We'll talk about lambdas. Lambdas extend the customization of a contact center. It allows you to make external calls to APIs, to manage services, to get whatever you need to help the customer. Contact Lens, we'll talk about, is easy to activate within Contact Center, within a workflow. Basically, what it does is it looks at the performance of the conversation, of the interaction between the customer and the agent, and it helps analyze that performance and analyze the sentiment of the customer to determine what the agent can do to make things better. And it would help the agent help the customer better and to determine when that customer sentiment goes red. Um, Agent or agent supervisors can get notified, can come into the conversation and say, look, we're going to fix your problem right now. We're going to give you 50% off your service. And all of a sudden, the conversation starts happening better. The sentiment of the customer increases. And that's the goal of Contact Lens. You could do real time or post call. And then we're going to talk about the AI. Now, behind the scenes in Contact Center is a very AI driven system. There's systems like Poly, Transcribe, Comprehend, and Lex, and those help in the conversational flow for the customer. Poly um, does a text to speech and basically gives you real time voices, so the customer feels like they're talking to some professional AI agent with a comfortable voice, and that's used quite a bit in Amazon Connect. You could pick your own voice, pick your own phrases, type in your own phrases and responses, and Polly does a lot of work behind the scenes. Transcribe takes sound files. If the customer's on the phone with an agent and there's a sound file happening, it transcribes that into text. Now, once text is retrieved, then text can be analyzed. Comprehend is also something that could analyze the text. It could determine the sentiment. It could label the text. What is this text about? Person is renting a car. Person, the sentiment is good. Anything you need to know about this conversation, Comprehend can help with that. And like I said, LexBot drives all the chatbot capability. Lex is extremely powerful in automating a lot of chats in self-service to give the customer what they need by providing information to fill these slots. And if the slot information is not filled, the fulfillment cannot be made for the customer. So Lex uh, has to prompt and make sure that it gets the information it needs in order to fulfill what the customer is trying to achieve. And then there's quick connects, and quick connects allow an agent to quickly connect the customer with another agent that might speak their language or another agent that specializes in billing, etc. So what we're going to do is let's move on and take a look at the architectural overview, and things will become clearer.